This is my story. My story begins on November 16, 2023, when I went to play with New Leon national team. I had a back experience in a very important play. I was playing offense and they needed a reinforcement on defense. When they put me in the first play, I stopped the quarterback very well. But in the second play, a tragedy happened. The quarterback of the opposing team throws a pass of the center 10. I run from the other side, and my teammate drew himself at the same time, and with his body, he hit me in the knee, injured my ligaments and knee. They took me to the hospital, and I was hospital for 5 hours, and I risk of surgery. Thank you God, I did not have any problems. The knee cap was adjusted, and I don't have surgery.
My perfect vacation. My vacation starts in Monterrey, Nuevo León in July, and then we went to Cancun, and Cancun was super hot. We arrived to the hotel, and the first thing we did was eat. We eat and eat. If there was no tomorrow, then the next day we went to the pool, and I jumped, and I had my cell phone. It broke down. I used my dad's cell phone all the trip. Then we ate food like never before. One of On the trip we also meet a lot of people from different countries, and we got always with some from the USA and Ukrainian. And well, on the trip we went to several places, to the beach, to the bar was in the hotel. We go got a jet, and in the sea we meet a turtle. Look very pretty. We also saw fishes, and I think that's all in the sea. In the bar we went at night for fun. There were games and things like that, so we had a lot of fun. And on the jet and the jet we went to places, and I think that's all.
2 months ago, I visited Torreon with my dad and my brother. We drove for 5 hours, and when we arrived at night, we visited a cable car and saw everything for a boat. That same day, we had giant quesadillas for dinner, and they were very tasty. The next morning, we had typical ice cream for Torreon, which was really good. From Torreon, we went to Gomez Palacio to visit an interactive museum. Mm, we stayed there for a week, and on Sunday afternoon we returned to Monterrey.
I went to Cancun and I love it. Had traveled before, but when I was 3 years old, so I didn't remember. 3 months ago, I was with friends, aunts, uncle, and my family. The first thing we did was eat. Then we went to the pool. That was little close to our room, and after that we went to beach. I had never been to the beach before. I go to touch turtle and some fish. We met two friends from the United States, bro. I don't remember where they were from. After the beach was had dinner and playing bowling. The next day we had breakfast and went to beach that was beers further away. We stayed for about 6 days when it was over with. We returned some boats and went to an island, but I don't remember the name. After that, we returned to Monterrey that was explained in Cancun.
My anecdote was when the robot made it was a normal and ordinary day. I was returning from school. I arrived at my house. After that, I was going to the gym, but first I went to a park that is close to my house. I went alone and went to the soccer field to play football. Then I saw a man that walked towards me. I quickly realized what was going to happen. He started to get closer. He asked me from afar if I had drugs, and I told him that I didn't. He approached me and pulled out a gun. At that moment, I was very scared, and the heel told me that if I had drugs with me, he would kill me right there and then. He checked the backpack I was carrying and saw that I didn't have anything. He told me to give him my cell phone and password. I gave to him and he left after about 3 minutes. I quickly went home and told my parents.
I went to Cancun with my family in July for my cousin's quinceañera, but we decided to arrive early to soak up the sun and fun. Our hotel was amazing, with tons of restaurants and parties, and of course there were plenty of cute guys around. Before the rest of our family joined us, we had 5 days to ourselves and made the most of it. Then we all spent time together, enjoying a buffet, a beach photo shoot, and swimming with dolphins. We rented a house with a pool, which was perfect for family time and pajama parties. It was an unforgettable experience. I do it over again in a heartbeat.
So, in July of this year, I traveled to Cancun with my friends and family, and it was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. From top to bottom, this was a super fun trip. We arrived to the airport around 2 p.m. and we took our airplane to Cancun. We arrived there by 6 p.m. and by 8 p.m. we were already in our hotel. We were very hungry from the trip, so we went to a restaurant buffet that was there in the hotel. The next day, we went to the hotel's pool and we met some guys from the USA, from Atlanta specifically. They were really nice, and from that day on, we'll hang out with them. I remember that one of the things we used to do a lot was going to a sports bar that was located there. We would mostly spend our nights there until like 2 a.m. We ate a lot there, and it was really fun. The last day of our vacations in Cancun, our parents rented a yacht. We obviously had a great time there too, but once it got late, it gifted us some beautiful views that I will forever keep in my memory. That same day at night, we returned to the airport and flew back to Monterrey. We were very tired, but it was really awesome and one of my favorite memories for sure.
Con los pies en la plaza, le digo guacha, esta noche sácate la bombacha, nena, te quiero ver cómo te agacha, dale guacha, esta noche nos vamos a encerrar.